So we hope that maybe other cities, other communities will consider the opportunity to have the conversation, because it is about unlearning the process or the past so that we can create a new beginning and talk about how we can protect our community, because the solution is in the problem. And there's evidence that, as Mr. Milton and others have talked about it, there's been this significant decrease in crime and violent crime across the country, not just in this city, but across the country. And it's a result of the fact that we're working in our own communities, doing the kind of things that really address what the issues are, because we know what the issues are. And so let us do it. And so that's what our project is really about. And let me say in closing, thank you all very much. I love you. Look forward to working with you. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Daniels.
All right, let's be closing out. Let me just first and foremost just thank all of our panelists, all of our participants, all of those who came in person, but all of those of you who are watching virtually. We are streaming this, and so that people can catch on and can watch it from all over the country. I want to also just thank our IBW chair, Chairman Rick, and to the IBW board members. I think we had our incoming chair come down from Philadelphia. I don't know whether she's still here or not, Amita Sanders, or Sister Amita Sanders. We just give our Sister Amita a big round of applause. She's still here. And also, we have another dedicated local member who's with us, and she's overcoming some health challenges and so forth, but she was willing to come out. Dr. Lovelace, would you just give her a round of applause, working with our local committee, and again, all of you who came out. Well, I want to close by just coming with a couple of overarching themes, and Ron has touched on them, and we saw that coming out in the panel. One is that violence is down in our community. But let me just also quickly say something else, because we also work on this issue. The degree to which gentrification has also contributed to the problem. When they began to unpack the situation in Chicago, one of the things they found out was that the gentrifying of Chicago had broken up neighborhoods and broken up communities, and actually had thrown people back together in certain situations where that had been unfamiliar, and maybe someone had some beefs and that maybe we shouldn't have a did, and that has contributed. And Washington, D.C. is the most gentrified city in the nation. And so it's important to put that out as a factor as well. But I just want to just say this. Number one, overwhelmingly, the discussion, crime and violence is down. But as Bethany Young put it, she said, and we should all say that 80 murders, whatever, is too much. And so we want to work to build it down. And when people feel unsafe, we want to find ways to overcome that. And that's very important. But I got to go back to what Pastor Mike said in terms of the methodology. He said, if you got a toothache, you want to remove the tooth that's hurting. And then he stopped and said, oh, we don't want to remove it. First of all, he said, you don't remove all the teeth just because you got a bad tooth. And he said, even if you have a bad tooth, he said the first effort should be to what? Save the tooth. You want to save the tooth, right? And see, can you convert the tooth and make it but you certainly don't want to just take all the teeth out and attack the whole community. And the point is that in most communities, there is now a methodology of knowing who is likely, where it's being emanating from, and so forth, and the zero in. But the question is, how do you do that? And it's not with stormtroopers and ICE agents and coming in, to occupy. That is not the solution. And finally, over and over again, the fact that we are our own best resources was also brought front and center. And so the bottom line, and I just want to reemphasize what Ron said again, is we have assembled a group of resource persons from around the country, some of whom may have been viewing and maybe did not choose to contribute. But we're going to be meeting soon to continue to talk about how we strengthen the collaboration, the sharing of information. Because that's who we are as IBW. We have that sign over that says we cultivate a culture of collaboration to heal and empower Black families, communities, and nations. Collaboration is the key. Not working in silos, but working together. That's in our DNA. That's our mantra, if you will. So you can look forward to that. That's what we're about. And indeed, we want to find ways across the country, but certainly beginning